Hi everyone, how are you? Let's wait for more attendees to join and then we can start it.
Hello.
Hi, webinar is started. We are just waiting for the attendees. Just one more minute. We'll start on 8:05 or 3:05 p.m. Okay, so it's time. Let's start this. Hey everyone, it's Asad, and today we are here for the Agile 2.0 pre-launch webinar. It was the most awaited update, and we were working like for 5 to 6 months on this update, and we worked very hard on this one, and I hope you will like this. So I'll start sharing my screen and demonstrating it. Okay, so Agile 2.0 is going live on 1st of September, means after 2 days. So let's see what's new in Agile. A complete redo. Basically, the most important thing I would like to mention here is that we did a complete redo of Agile app. There were lots of architectural changes that we had to do in Agile to make it more maintainable and more robust. It matters because if with that architecture, the architecture we had before, if we keep adding if we kept adding on more and more features to that system, it would become more and more buggy, and it will be hard for us to maintain. So it's not worth it if you keep adding the features and they are not working properly or they are buggy, as your business depends on Agile. So we care a lot about your business, and we give it a lot of importance. And we want to make sure that Agile is reliable for you, and the business you conduct on Agile, it's you do it without fear, and you are confident about Agile. So for that, we have to make sure that Agile is bug-free, it's more maintainable, it's robust. So with the previous architecture, it was getting hard for us. So we decided to delay all the updates that we were working on, and first make these architectural changes and redo our code base actually, to make sure that if we add new features, it will help us to add new features easily. It will help us to maintain Agile better, and it will help us to make Agile bug free and keep it bug free for you even when we add new features. So this took like three months or more than that for us to do these architectural changes. So we were getting asked if Agile is abandoned and we are not seeing any updates, etc. So we were quietly working day and night to make these architectural changes, so that once we decide to go with all the other updates, we have already made these changes. So now we are done with that. And I'm very happy and super excited about that, and very relaxed as well, because now we can add more and more features, and we will be confident that we are not creating problems for you, and instead of we will be creating ease for you instead of creating problems. So after that, when that architectural changes were completed, we moved to the updates that were pending. And now I will explain one by one what are these updates. And there are lots of updates, so stay tuned. I'll take some of your time to explain all of them. So the first one is the most awaited features, multi-brand. When we launched apps, Agiled on AppSumo, this was the feature that was being asked even at the start, that when we are going to launch multi-brand. So now it's live. We have to delay it a lot due to those changes that I already explained. But now we are done with it, and it's there, so you can manage multiple brands, multiple businesses with one account. But each brand will have its own billing. So you can switch between the brands from you will be able to switch between the brands from your main account, but still each of your brand will have its own billing. So I'll give the demo of each and every update one by one. I'll first explain it and then give a small demo. So after this update goes live, you will be able to switch between your brands right here. Right now I have two brands in my account added, brand one and brand two. And if we want to create a new brand, we can create on this. We can click on this add new brand and then create a new brand here. We can create it this way. And now I have two brands created here, so I can switch between them. So now I'm logged in here to my brand two. This is my brand. This is my main brand. And this is my brand two. And this is my brand one. So in the same tab, I am logged into three of my brands, brand one, brand two, and then main account. So this is how multi-brand will work. Each brand will have its own data, its own billing. So then we move. We can and to delete any of your brands, you can go to settings and then request deletion of your account. Previously, you had to do this deletion through support. But now you can do it yourself. You don't need to contact support for deleting your account or your brand. So if you want to delete any of your brand, you can do it from here. And also, if you want to visit your brands, you can visit from here as well, from this link as well. But this is more easy. You can use this one. Okay, so the next one is date picker for formats. This was long overdue. Even we were getting lots of complaints about this, that the date pickers format are not as per company preference. We have chosen a different format in the company settings, but still the date pickers are not showing the right format. And the way Agiled had its code base and had its architecture, we had to do a lot of work to make these changes, so we couldn't touch it before because of the way Agile architecture was before. But now, after the architectural changes, we were able to do these changes for you. So if we go to any of our brands, and let's say I create a project. Now these all date pickers will have the format as per company preference. It's not like before we have month, day, and year format. We had this format everywhere, even though you had a different date format chosen in your settings. But now the date pickers format will also be as per your preference. This looks like a small change, but it actually was a huge change, and it could break the entire code base and entire Agile if we did this before with that architecture. So that's how much this architectural change was important, that we were not able to do this update in that code base without breaking Agile at lots of places. But now it's safe, and after those architectural changes, it's a safe change, and we finally did it. Then comes the improved file manager. Your file manager has now sharing capability. It has interconnected files. It has a preview feature added. I'll explain how it works. So if you go to file manager, here's a folder, account files, and this is the account name. And here's an image I added to it. So if you click on the image, you will now see a preview of it, a preview of the image or anything that you have added here. And along with that, you can create new folders. You can upload a new file. You can show or hide this preview section or info section. And also now there's an option to share this file. If you click on this and then share this file, you can share a public link of your file manager file. Now, the important thing to notice here is that now this file manager is connected to your accounts. As in Agile, you have files for accounts, you have files for contacts, you have files for projects, you have files for tasks. But previously they were all separate. If you add a file in to some account or to contact, it won't show here in the file manager. But now if you add a file in file manager, it will show in your account files. And if you add a file in your account, it will show in file manager. Let me explain how. So if you go to contacts and let's add a file to this John Doe. So this file, this is the file that I added to a contact here. It should show as well in the file manager. So now here's the contact files folder created. Inside the contact files, there's a folder for the name of the contact John. And here this file is available. And if we create a file here now in this file manager for this contact John, it will show in the John files as well. Let me demonstrate that as well. This is the image added here, so it should now be available for John as well. So yes, the file is available here. So now all of your files are interconnected. If you add a file in contact, in account, in task or project, it will be available in the file manager. And if you add a file in file manager for a contact, account or project or task, it will be available in their files as well. Moreover, you can manage the, previously you had to click here, then an edit button here, but now you can just click right click on the folders and you can rename it, or you can change the permissions, etc. from here. So this is the file manager update. And now the employee portal experience. So the way after we made these architectural changes, your employee will have now same experience like you have on admin side. Previously, employees had different experience, different UX, UI, but now your employees as well as you as an admin will have the same experience and same UI. Let me explain how. So if I now log in here as member, and let's say I go to invoices. This is the page I have for invoices. The same page will be the same UI UX will be available on the is available on the admin side. But if the users of Agile, if you know that previously the invoices, almost every view was different for members. The experience was completely different. Like if I create an invoice as a member here now, it is the same UI, same UX as for the admin. So now all the features that you have and the same experience, same UX and features that you have as an admin, you can share them. You will be able to share them with your teammates. So no more two different UI or UX. Same UI and UX will be available on both sides. So this is the invoice creation page on the member side. I'll show the same thing to you from the as an admin. So this is the list page. So it's the same as you saw on the member side. And this creation page is as well same as on the member side. So now after this update, even we as a sport and as developers, we won't have to maintain Agile differently for both members and for admins. So now both of you, if there's a bug on one side, we can quickly fix it. It won't be like this, that admin is able to create invoices fine, but your teammates are not able to create invoices, or they are facing some sort of issues. So there won't be such issues now. Your employees will have the same experience like you have as an admin. Also, this update, the architectural change that we did will help us to quickly make available all the features. Like we have features, automations on the admin side, contracts on the admin side, that's not available on the member side, pages, scheduling, etc. So this architectural update will help us to make all these updates quickly, all these features quickly on the member side. So we will be in the upcoming updates, we will be making available all of these features that are right now not available on the member side, but we will be in the upcoming updates very soon make available all of these features on the member side. Previously, we could not do it easily, but now we can do it in few days. So we will make them all available for your employees. Now, the next thing is dashboard experience improvement. So I'll explain that as well. So now previously, if you had to change this column position, you had to use this thing, edit a column, then change its position. So this column will go here and incomplete will come ahead of it. Now this is not needed. You can just drag and drop it here. You can drag and drop tasks to change them as per priority. You can also sort the task using this sort drop down by due date, by in alphabetical order, or by priorities. You can also quickly create a task by clicking here. You can open a task by clicking on it. So the things have been made possible through simple drag and drop, and the clicks and the steps you had to take before have been improved. The same experience is available for the projects task board as well. We'll be making more changes here as well. We're not done yet. Now everything is connected to projects except forms. I'll explain how. If we go to projects, now you can see you can connect your workflow, you can connect your contracts, estimates, invoices, and proposals with your projects. This is actually required as well for our upcoming workflows for our current the workflows update that we have in 2.0 right now. This is required for that as well. So now your contracts, estimates, invoices, and proposals are connected with your projects. You can create you can just go to the contracts tab and choose a template here, and this template will be applied to your project. Similarly for estimates, invoices, and proposals. Invoices were already connected to your projects, but not contracts, invoice, proposals, and estimates. I'll explain how workflows works in when its turn comes. Then we have updated automations. In the automation, we now have automations separate from workflows. We have separately automations, then workflows, and then flows. Automations have become like one action and one trigger and one action. I'll explain on the main then. So here I have created an automation. So your automation will now have one action and one trigger. So it's like if then, if this happens, do this. So your automation will have one trigger and one action. So this is the automation I have created. So it's just to say send an email when an invoice is paid in full. We will be launching a complete documentation on how you can use these automations when this Agile 2.0 goes live. So you will be able to easily use these new features. So here I can add one action. This is the action, and this is the trigger that after an invoice is paid in full, you can send an email. So you can choose a particular invoice here, or you can do it for all of your invoices. When any of your invoices is paid, this email will be sent to you, to the client of that particular invoice. So this is how automation will work. Workflows have now changed. Workflows are now connected to projects, and they will also be available through forms when our new forms feature comes. So whenever a form is submitted, a workflow will start. Right now, you will have to assign a workflow to a project to start. So right now, workflows are connected to projects, and you can only start them by assigning the workflow to a particular project. But soon after our new forms feature come, you will be able to start the workflow even on a form submission. So if a lead submits a form, you can directly start a workflow on it. So I have created a sample workflow here for project onboarding. So I have created an action, send an email after workflow is started, 1 hour after workflow is started. And then after this email is sent, we will wait for another hour after all previous actions are complete, and then I'll send an appointment link for the discussion of the project requirements, etc. So there are other options as well. If we add a new action, these are the actions available. You can choose any of these actions. And these are the triggers available. Again, we will explain all this through our docs that we will launch along with the Agile 2.0. So when this update goes live, we will be launching these documents as well. And we will be writing a complete documentation how you can use workflows. Then we have updated flows as well. Previously for flows, you had to use a automation with it. So the actions will be picked from automation, but now you can configure actions here with the flows as well. So flows are no more connected to automations. You have to create actions for them, as well as you can create flow steps. So we will be launching the docs for these as well. So you will be able to use them using our documentation. Okay, so it's automation, workflows, and flows. Then quick creates everywhere. So previously, if I am adding a contact here, and I have to, and now I don't have, let's say I don't have an account that I want to set for this particular contact. What I had to do, I will go to the CRM accounts and then create an account there. Then again come to contact, create a contact, and then choose that account that I just created in the accounts tab here. But now you can just click on here, and this account will be created for this particular contact. It's not just for contacts. We have added it everywhere. Like when you are creating a employee, you need to choose a designation or team. You can create it here. You can create a team here. If you are creating an invoice, you can create a client directly here. So all those extra steps that were involved have been removed. So this also took a lots of time and lots of effort, but we were very much aware that how troublesome and how hard it is uh, go to the previous tab again and then create a contact and then again come to invoice and create it. Uh, Select it while select that particular client while creating the invoice. So your experience is utmost priority for us. So we made this change everywhere through Agile, so that you can now use this quick create everywhere and don't have to do those extra steps. This is one of the most. This is one of the major UX update. Okay, so no more email already taken errors. So previously, if an email is taken across the database, across the Agile, you won't be able to use it in Agile. If somebody is your client, you have added them as client in Agile, they won't be able to create their own account. And if they have their own account in Agile, you won't be able to add them as client. But all this was past. Now this won't happen. We have removed this, and we were getting lots of complaints about this as well. And this required a lot of changes to make this change, to make this feature available. And again, those architectural changes that we did helped us achieve this as well. So now all of your employees or your clients have to log in through their account URL. They cannot log in through app my.agile.app anymore. They have to use you as an admin as well. You have to use your account URL or your custom domain. If you have set your custom domain, you can log in through your custom domain. And if not, you will have to use your account URL. My.agile.app won't let you log in again. So this account URL, through this account URL update, we have removed this restriction. Now you can create an employee even in two brands. Even in your two brands, you can create an employee with or contact with same email twice. So let me explain how. So here in this my main brand, I have this employee created. Its email is brandemployee@gmail.com. And again, and then in my brand one, I have this same, this employee has different name, but it's using the same email. You can, obviously you will use the same name. So if you have your teammates, your team that is working in two of your brands, you can add them. And once we delayed this multi-brand update and users were asking that why you are delaying it, then I mentioned that if we make this multi-brand live without removing this email taken restriction, it won't help you, because what if you have two employees? What if you have an employee that you want to add in both of your brands? You wouldn't be able to do that with the previous version. But in the new version, this restriction is no more there. So you can create you can create account of same employee on both of your brands. Your account, if one of your client has its own account in Agile, you can add them as a client in Agile. This was one of the major issues and a limitation in Agile previous version. So we removed that in this update. Along with that, there were many other UX improvements, like you are saying that we have removed all those floating buttons. We used to get complaints about the floating buttons. Sometimes clients were not able, users were not able to find them, and sometimes there was a floating button, and on another page there was a button here. it was a confusion. So now this has been made consistent. We have removed those floating buttons and replaced them with these buttons in the top right corner. And then the extra buttons that we had here have been moved to this 3 dots menu. Everywhere your extra buttons have been moved to this 3 dots menu, and the main action button is moved to the top right corner, and we have totally removed this those floating buttons from Agile. Busy screens removed. Previously, if you click on if you create an invoice, let's say entire screen will get busy. But now, if you create, let's say create an account, a contact. And if I click here, it will just make my button busy, but not the entire page. About the email change, previously, if you wanted to change your email, you had to contact support every time. But after this update goes live, you will be able to change your email directly here. So you will just able to change your email here, and you won't have to contact the support for it. Your teammates will be able to change their email. You will be able to change your email here. Account deletion option. If you want to change to delete any of your brand, I explained that before as well. You can just go here and use this deletion option. So, and then appointments changes. So in the appointments, we had some issue before. We had a duplication here, an appointment was created, then an event was created as well. So it was making hard to maintain and track it. So after those architectural changes, we made everything an event in Agile. So now your appointment is an event as well. So after this update goes live, your classic appointments, the appointments that you created in the previous version of Agile won't appear here. You will be able to access them through this button, see old appointments. But after this update goes live, all the new appointments you create will appear here. The previous one are moved to this area, see old appointments. You can click this and you will get all your previous appointments. So this update will help us make the team scheduling available for your team. This is a most in demand feature that we should make available. Team scheduling. So this update will help us with that, team scheduling. And many other small details or address that you will see when you start using Agile 2.0. Then comes what's coming next. So few of these updates are already done, and we were waiting for these Agile 2.0. So we just need to test and make them live. Soon we are targeting the next quarter for all of these updates that I have listed here. So it's a good news, and I'm super excited as well for this, that after these changes that we have now made in Agile, that took us 5 to 6 months, we will be able to quickly launch updates. And as I mentioned in my announcement email, that it will soon start raining updates in Agile. So all this effort that we put in Agile is worth it, actually, and you'll start seeing the value of it. So we'll soon start making all these updates available to you, and the way we used to launch updates before. So soon after this update goes live, we will get 0 back. A new docs feature is coming. This feature will replace contracts and proposals as well. You will be able to drag and drop features, drag and drop signatures in that docs feature. So there won't be any limitation of just one signature. You will be able to add recipients to it. You will be able to add multiple signatures to it, and you will be able to add custom pricing tables to it, and lots of more features will be available. And then once that docs feature is available, you will be able to create an invoice after your document or contract or proposal is signed as well. You will be able to create a contract from your proposal and then invoice from your contract, etc. So all of these features will be available once this new docs feature is live. We are also launching a new version of forms. Once this form feature goes live, you will be able to change your CTA on the forms. We will make it possible for you to use pricing tables in the forms, and lots of drag and drop options on the forms. And these forms will be connected to your CRM, and we'll make this all of this experience interconnected and smooth, like we did in case of file manager. So these both are very exciting features, and I'm very excited about them. Then you will be able to schedule your invoices. You will be able to bulk upload, you will be able to bulk create your expenses. You will be able to charge late fee on the invoices. We will be making payment reminders automatic. 3 more payment gateways are coming in Agiled. It's Square, Paystack, and Braintree. You will be able to import your task inside projects and improved API. So basically, once again, apologies for the repetition. Those all architectural changes we did, those helped us with our API as well. So we have improved our API. And soon you will be able to achieve everything that you can achieve right now in the web version of Agile. You will be able to achieve all of that through API. We will be launching the endpoints one by one. And once those APIs features are available, we will be able to update our mobile apps as well. So right now we are very well aware of the limitation of mobile apps. Your teammates are not able to use it, your clients cannot use it. There are lots of features that are not available in the mobile app. So we will be making available all those all of your REST features in mobile apps and improving them a lot. Then TOS templates are coming, WordPress plugin is coming. This is actually in the testing phase, so we will be making it live very soon. Login page templates will be available for you. And the most awaited accounting feature as well, we will be making it available very soon. And for the appointments, right now we have another limitation with the events, that is Agile doesn't support recurring events. You can create a recurring event, but it doesn't show very well on doesn't look very well on your calendar. So it's if you create a recurring events that recurring event that should repeat every Monday, it doesn't it's not populated on the calendar on every Monday. So there's just one instance of an event with the recurring info. So that's a very major limitation of events. So we will be supporting recurring events in Agile, and then the team scheduling and multiple calendar connections. Right now you can only connect one calendar, but after team scheduling goes live, you will be able to connect multiple calendars. Your teammates' calendars will be connected as well. And one thing, we are totally revamping this chat experience. It's not right now real time, and it's not that good. So we are totally revamping it. It will be a real time chat. It will support attachments. It will support emojis, and it will be completely real time and efficient. And then again, the recurring events support that I already mentioned. And there will be many more small updates that I didn't mention here, but they will be here as well. The next, so I am done. So if you have any questions, any of you can ask them. And if you want to send your feedback, please send it to us@agile.app and make this subject line Agile 2.0 webinar feedback. So let's proceed with the questions now. If you have any question, you can ask me. Okay. So let's start with the question answers. So Pablo says, hello, Asad. I'll just read the question and answer it. So the Pablo is complaining about the Spanish. The Pablo is asking about the Spanish translation. Pablo, after this update goes live, Agile 2.0, we will be fixing the translations as well. So we will be communicating to our community for updating our translations, and just not Spanish. We will be improving all of our translations. There's all the sport questions that we have here. Please write them to sport, and we will get them sorted out. Narendra says currently it doesn't support Microsoft 365 calendars. It will be available after 2.0 goes live, Narendra. So it's part of the improvements that we will make live. Brad is saying, when will auto charging of credits card be added? This feature is actually available. You can charge the credit cards automatically using subscriptions or recurring invoices. But when we update our subscription feature, you and your clients will be able to update their payment methods, etc. But the auto charging is available right now. Nigel is asking about the launch date. It's 1st of September. David is asking about the capability to modify the client and employee portals. It will be available soon as well. We will work on it. After the updates that we have mentioned in the list, after this goes live, we will be working on this. Hind, you will be able to add the custom duration of appointment types now. With the updated appointments, you can add the custom duration as well. The recurring events issue will be fixed, as I mentioned in the upcoming updates. Narendra says, would Microsoft Teams be part of the 365 like just like Zoom meeting? Yes, you will be able to create the Teams link as well, Teams meeting link as well. Sharifa says this is multi-brand the same as white labeling individual companies with individual portals. I think yes. You can have different brands and all of them will be white labeled. You can make all of them white labeled, but each of them will have its own billing. Yes, Brad, we have this publicly available roadmap. You can see it, the link of it on our website, agiled.app. And we will soon be making all these updates that I announced in this webinar, in the webinar, in the roadmap as well. Marco, this is not possible right now. Sherifa, you can add as many brands as you want. You just have to, they will all have their own billing. So there's no limit on the number of the brands you can add, but all of them will have their own billing. Baxter says any plans to make customizable invoices? Yes, but I cannot give a timeline right now on it. And not right now, this issue is not fixed right now, the recurring event issue, but it will be soon fixed, as I mentioned in the list of upcoming updates. Hint, please. Our product is shows all taxes included. Do you think you can add an automation that when I receive the exemption tax form to not add taxes? This I'll have to answer through support. So please write an email for this. There is an anonymous user. I'm not tech savvy. Why can't I connect my signature to my contact template? Actually, you will have to connect your signature to your contract. You can just set your signature in your settings, company settings, and then it will appear on your contracts when it's signed by the other party. Hint says the booking for customer, would it be possible to customize with my brand instead of letter and random colors? Yes, soon, Hint, this will be possible. Trimore says if the recording of this webinar will be available. Yes, the recording will be available. Trimore. Narendra says automations and pages have beta labels. Would the beta labels be removed in 2.0 just to see if we can get it? Narendra, not right now, but we will soon remove this beta after we have the documentation, etc. Live and few of other pending things are complete. We will remove this beta sign. David says, will the pending improvements to the mobile app allow clients, customers, and employees to see our branding? With the mobile app cannot be white labeled as of now, David. We might make it possible in the near future, but the native app, with the native app, you won't be able to white label it. Narendra, the IP addresses are already tracked, but with the upcoming documents, we will have a complete document audit available, and so you will be able to see everything related to the sign, IP address, time, etc. So there will be a complete audit of the sign available with the upcoming documents, and the IP address is tracked right now as well. Hint says on forms, would it be possible to fix CSS to customize button card? Yes, you will be able to customize the CTA on forms with the upcoming forms. So let's wait for more questions. You can ask if you have more questions, please. I'm here to answer any of your questions. So Pablo says, please, night mode and proposal should be set independently of the status night mode at this time. Actually, Pablo, the mode of the client proposal will be as per the browser preference of your client. So your administrator dark mode, light mode settings are not reflected there. So it will be just light mode there on when they are previewing the proposal. And if they are using the client portal as well, it will be based on the settings they are using. If they have turned on the dark mode, your proposal will appear as a dark mode. If they have turned off the dark mode, it will appear in the light mode. And yes, this will be possible. You will be able to add my tags to contracts. We are working to make the custom field as well for the my tags. Divine says I jumped in late. Will the recording will be uploaded? Yes, the recording will be uploaded to YouTube. Sharifa says, when will white label portals be available? Agiled can be totally white labeled right now as well. So you can completely white label your portal. So white label is already available. Sharafa, white labeling is per account, so you can white label your account or brand. If you will add more brands, you can white label those brands as well. So white labeling is not for each of your contact, but it's for your account. No, Narendra, that won't be possible as of now. In that sport ticket is in progress. I'll send you an update on that. David, please send this as feedback, so we'll see what we can do about it. Not in the plans right now, Narendra. Syncing with the one driver SharePoint is not in the plans. Thanks, Narendra. I'm super excited as well. Chef, I didn't understand the question, but you can apply to become a reseller and then create as many sub accounts as you want in the seller account. But each of those sub accounts will have their own billing as well. Thanks a lot, Hind. Thanks. Anonymous, please send this email to support and agile@agile.app, and we'll be able to answer this better there. Thank you. So it looks like we don't have more questions. So I hope you liked. So Narendra is asking again a question. Yes, we will do that, Narendra. Gary, I hope version 2.0 will work great for you. Yes, you will get the replay. Thanks, Baxter. Thanks, Narendra. Okay, so I'll just wait for a couple of minutes and then we can wrap up this webinar. It will be available today or tomorrow, Anonymous. It's not in this update, Hind, but yes, we'll do it. This is already forwarded to the team. Thanks a lot, Pablo. Gary, we will be uploading the videos for each of these updates, and we will see if we have to conduct webinars for them. But the video and the document help will be available. Thanks, Hind. Thanks a lot. Okay, guys, so I'll just wrap this up now. I hope you liked the updates, and we are making them available on the 1st. And I hope you will like them. And I'm very, very excited about this new update. And then we'll keep making you happy with all the upcoming updates. And all those updates, new updates will be coming very, very quickly. So I hope you like this update and everything. So thank you, all of you. Thank you, John. Thank you, Gary. You're welcome, and thank you, John. Tremor, I don't know if there's a region limitation on that, but please write to the support and we can answer this better. Okay, guys, so I'll have to close this now and I took a lot of your time, so thanks for staying with me for all this. Yes, these all updates will be available for AppSumo users. Okay, so I hope I will finally be able to wrap this up now and say goodbye. Okay, so thanks a lot everyone for being here. I cannot thank you enough for being for your love and kindness and the support. Only with your support we were able to get here and make Agile this better. And we assure you that this is just a start of the improvements we are rolling out in Agile. This is just a start and beginning. So we will make sure we make Agile best for you. That's our promise to you, and this is our commitment. So yes, Stephen, the recording will be available. So I'll have to say bye now. So if you have, please send all of your feedback to us@agile.app. I mentioned the subject line here, Agile 2.0 webinar feedback. So if you have any feedback, any related to this update, please send this to my email with this subject line, and we'll work on it. Thank you a lot. Take care. Bye bye.